The 2023 mountain bike season is upon us, and last week I had the crazy idea to head out to Moab, Utah and shred the Whole Enchilada, one of mountain biking's most famous trails. The Enchilada is a whopping 34-mile ride with almost 8,000 feet of descending. I did it back in 2019 with some friends, haven't been back since. It features some of the craziest views as you descend from the high alpine, down through the desert, and then back along the cliff above the river. Now, the Enchilada isn't fully open right now. There's too much snow up on the La Salles. So Burro Pass, Hazard, they're currently closed, but UPS, LPS, and Porcupine Rim are open. Easily my favorite trails on the ride with some of the best views and techie stuff. Plus, the whole day worked out to be 17 miles with 4,100 feet of descending. Overall, still very epic. My only goal was to get down the hill safely, as this is one of my first rides of the year, and even though it may not seem like it on the GoPro, there is some serious chunk and tech on the Enchilada. So I booked a shuttle with Poison Spider, and the day begins with a 1-hour shuttle way up into the mountains as you get ready to start this epic day on the half Enchilada.
Oh man. Wow. So fun. So I had no plans to even come out here until a week ago. I've only ridden my bike about 4 times this season. Excuse me, I rode it a couple of times and got really sick. Not COVID, but some other cold bug. But yeah, last Sunday I had the wild idea and then booked everything and traveled on out for this trip. Yeah, this looks good. Fun. So, here we are. One of the most famous trails in the world. I did the Whole Enchilada back in 2019, and they had a fire in 2020 or 21. They closed it down. Didn't ride bikes very much last year. This year I'm trying to do a bit more. And so, I figured we'd sneak out. Wow, that's incredible. Look at that view, man. I'll take the high line, thank you. You know, I think Hazard down is my favorite. Doing Burro is fun, but when you do the whole day, man, it's a pretty long jaunt. And if you were to do anything like crash or get injured, there's just not a lot of exit points on this trail. So you want to be careful. Like, yeah, it's a super fun one to rally, but you don't want to break something, stick sand drift.
UPS and LPS are probably the favorite of most riders on the Enchilada. They offer really cool mixed single track and slick rock sections that have some spots that require you to really think about your line. The views to the north of Castle Valley and the towers is unlike any other spot on Earth. This is why the ride is considered just so iconic and why it's such a pilgrimage for most mountain bikers to come ride at some point. They actually just added a new route down around LPS called the Raptor Route, which instead of being rated black like the Whole Enchilada, lets you do an alternate route that doesn't take Porcupine, but rather a blue trail that apparently has some more single track, faster downhill, and it's a bit more intermediate friendly. I really want to try this at some point because the single track on Porcupine is amazing, but something new is always worth checking out. Speaking of which, every trail on the Enchilada is rated black. And it's very worth respecting that rating. While I would say that the majority of the features you're going to encounter on the trail can be ridden by intermediate riders, the consequences for getting hurt out here is serious. There's only a handful of exit points during the day, so if you break anything on your bike or yourself, it can be a seriously long day or even night hiking back out. There has been over 150 search and rescues on Porcupine Rim alone in just the last 10 years. So if you're planning on hitting the Enchilada, bring a ton of water, food, extra tubes, supplies to fix your bike, if anything were to happen. Even on this ride, I went crazy overkill. I had 3 29er tubes with me. Even though I'm running tubeless, I never flat. Also, weather and timing is pretty key for the Enchilada, as Moab gets really hot in the summer. Late fall, early spring, those are Moab's peak timings for a reason. The heat becomes pretty gnarly to deal with in the summer, and Enchilada season is usually that like October, November kind of time frame, if the weather and the snowpack allow for the entire thing to open up.
There's still a lot of pedaling on this thing. Don't be fooled. Yeah, you get a big shuttle, but I forgot there's a decent chunk of pedaling. Early season. What better way than to dive in deep?
Also on the Enchilada, it's usually so popular, it's a conga line of people down the hill all day as you leapfrog groups one after the other. For whatever reason, maybe I caught the perfect weekend, I literally only saw 2 people the entire day.
Howdy. Quiet day. You guys are the first people I've seen. Thank you. Have fun. Thank you. Perfect day, man. Nobody's out here. I know. You're the first folks I've seen. Have fun, guys. Be safe. Now we're getting to the good stuff, though. It's all pretty great, but the lower stuff by the river is amazing. Nowhere in the world has terrain like this. Moab, if you've never been, super cool place. Very outdoors. They've got crazy cool jeeping. You can rent UTVs and just go shred up on this sandstone, slick rock. Got a trail up there called Hell's Revenge. Very fun. Not for the faint of heart if you don't like heights or jeeping. They've got Arches National Park, which I went over to yesterday. Hiked up to Delicate Arch, which I did not know this, but I think it's the arch on the license plate, the Utah license plate. It's like a 3-mile hike. It's got a hefty bit of uphill, but super well worth it. It's really cool. And then Moab itself, if you come out for a day or two, there's a river, there's camping. It's freaking rad. I really like visiting. I will say, Moab has an edge to it. Everything is extreme. Everything, man. Like, some of the trails out here, like Portal, you have some exposure that's just wicked. My arms are gonna be jello today. I'm so tired. But yeah, if you come, highly recommend. Good Italian place, Pasta J's. There's all the good food and stuff. That was so fun. Dude, this is sick. I love it. Oh man, this is so fun, dude. Yeah, dude. Wow. That's a view. That surely is a view.
I was actually pretty nervous about doing this ride as I found out the day before going to Moab that my rear shock was kind of blown on my stump jumper. Basically, a bit of air got past the IFP and was causing the rebound damper to be a little bit blown. Basically, it wasn't doing all the work that it should. Thankfully, it really didn't impact the ride all that much. It's kind of tough to tell from the GoPro the size of the ledges that you're dropping off of on Porcupine, but some can definitely get a little bit rowdy, so again, you want your bike to be dialed before you do this ride. An option that's great if you're new to like Moab riding or Enchilada, look for shuttles that just offer UPS, LPS, or Porcupine Rim down. That'll still give you what I think is the most fun sections of trail on the entire thing without the added stress of having to start the day way up in the mountains. These lower sections of Porcupine Rim are so fast and flowy, and you know you're nearing the river when you start seeing the dirt shift back to this deeper red. In fact, if you look in the distance, Arches National Park is just across the river and a ways out there.
Nice. Woohoo! Oh man, it makes me wish I had like an enduro bike, a little bit bigger. Smash, smash, smash. Smash, 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 smash. Oh no. My hands are getting tired on the bars. And now we're coming on to the absolute best part, I think. When you kind of descend down by the river. This is my favorite part of the trail. You know, Enchilada can get some flack. It's being a little overrated. I don't know, I don't think it is. I think it's got like super epic mode written all over it. It's probably not something, yeah, I wouldn't want to do it more than once or twice a year. It's not like a daily driver kind of ride. But boy, it's fun. And this lower section, man. This lower section's incredible. Like, that's just so cool. You're not gonna get that stuff elsewhere. Yeah. This is the part I love. I got distracted with the view there. Definitely gotta watch your line on this section. Now, if you've made it this far into the video, I would love to promote my second channel. If you wanna see a full, longer cut version of this ride and a bunch of other rides, I will leave my mountain biking channel linked in the description. Also, if you have enjoyed, drop a like on the video. I don't even know if it really helps these days with YouTube, but it does feel good. Gives you that dopamine. This is sick, dude. I love this. Oh man, so much fun. And you know what, for riding on a kind of blown shock, it worked out. It was not as bad as I thought it was gonna be. Oh, takes me back to 2019. I'll say a half enchilada is good for me today. Maybe a whole sometime later. Well, I will happily recommend Porcupine Rim again and again and again. Coming around the corner, seeing this, it's incredible. Yeah, if you're a rider decently comfortable on tough blues, some blacks, I would definitely say check this thing out. Do your research, do your homework. That's very narrow, grabby, because it's got some chunder. I should have just committed. I almost bailed at the last second, and that would have been worse. It's been a few seasons of not doing a lot of riding, so I've got some commitment and practice to do. Oh man, what an adventure. I think I might even prefer a half enchilada. It's way less work. Yeah, I'm a fan. Well man, thanks for watching. Hope everybody has a really good day. If you're new to the channel, definitely stick around. We got cool stuff here. Gaming and mountain biking. I've got some more mountain bike adventures planned this year. So hopefully health and weather holds out and we can do them. You know, I've seen this thing my whole life. I've been on here 4 or 5 times. I've seen people ride this online. I have never seen it done in person. If you ride this, man, you're a trials beast. Props to you. Cool boat. And with that, we have completed our tour of the half enchilada. Thanks for coming. Fly again.
And with all that said, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, drop a like. And if you've ever ridden the Enchilada, let me know about it in a comment below or any suggestions for trails I should be riding. Have a great rest of your day, and I will see you again very soon.